Okay, so now we have our pieces cut out. This is the shadow and the different layers of the turkey. The orange part, let's see, the red part, his hat, his beak. So now we'll put it together. And I'll just show you real quick what we're going to actually make. So this is the completed turkey. And I'm going to add some jewels with my Jolie's Jeweler. And I went ahead and added on the back the little napkin holder, and I'll show you how to make that. So this is what we're making. Alright, so the first thing I did, I like to add a little dimension to my cutouts. So using chalk, I will add just a little bit, color a little bit around the edges here. Not a lot. Don't really want it to stand out, but just to get a little depth. There we go. Alright, and so I'm going to add that layer to the dark brown layer. And I'm using my Martha Stewart glue pen, which I really like to use when I'm layering. It gives me a little bit more control with the glue. And let's see, I want to make sure he's on there properly. Alright, I've got him glued down. I'm going to take my black gel pen, and if you see his eyes in there, they're brown. I want to make those black. So I'm just going to color in with the black gel pen. So now they look like that. And then we'll add a little white dot for his eye. There. So now we've got a little dot in there. Okay, so the next piece we'll work on are the feathers. And so I'm just going to again add a little bit of depth to the feathers. So on the red piece here, I'm just going to add some brown chalk around the edges. Again, not a lot, just to give a little bit of depth. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and glue that piece on. Let me get that straight. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to put that particular piece on the shadow. So I'm going to add glue to that piece and then put it on the shadow. Cut. Alright, so far he's looking like that. Now I'm going to take, let's add the beak to the turkey face. So I'm just going to put a little dot there and a little dot for the red. I don't know what that thing is called. I used to know, but I've forgotten. There we go. And there. Alright, so now our turkey's kind of got a little face going on. And I'm going to pop dot him up. I'm going to use Stampin' Up! Pop dots for this. They're not quite as thick as some of the pop dots that you might find, you know, at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. So I like these. I really like these a lot better than the ones you find there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pop him up. Make sure I've got his head centered. Alright, and next we want to add his hat. So here's his little hat, and I'm going to add some dimension with some black chalk around the edges. And then a little bit on that line there on his hat. Now on his hat, because we pop dot his body up, you'll notice there's some space in there. So I want to make sure that I glue to the top of his head, but I also pop dot up his hat. But because I'm gluing to his head, It's a little, I need a little bit bigger Pop Dot than the one from Stampin' Up. So this is one that I've purchased at Hobby Lobby, I think it's their brand. And I'm take off both sides and kind of squish that down behind his little head there, like that. And then put a little glue on the top of his head for the brim to fit. And then I'm going to position his hat so that it lines up with the shadow. There we go. All right, he's already starting to come to life. But let's add a few more things to him using our white gel pen. I'm just going to add a few little highlights. Some little dots here. All right, and then the last thing I want to do is using my Jolie's Jewel Setter, I'm going to add some jewels to him. Now I do use the iRock jewels, and I've got this case, and I'm going to use the yellow, and I'll need 6 of those. I'll go ahead and pull those out. All right, now this is my I use this for my jewel setter. It's from Jolie's. I like this one better than the iRock. Actually, I haven't tried the iRock, so I don't know. But I like this one because it's electric. I didn't have to worry about batteries. And also, this one has about 6 different tips that I can change out for the different sizes. It just felt sturdier to me. So it wasn't that much more expensive. So I decided to go ahead and go with this one. So I'm going to place my jewels out here on his little turkey feathers. Like that, and whoops, then using the jewel setter, I'll go ahead and set those. Now when you use the jewel setter, you want to let it heat up long enough so that you feel a little bit of give under the jewel. That way you know that it is set. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set these, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, now we're ready to make the band. So what I've done is I've cut 2 strips of paper, one out of the orange. I cut it 1 inch by 12, and the second by a 1/2 inch by 12. And I'm going to adhere the 2 of those together. So just using my tape runner. Just going to put the brown in the center of the orange. All the way down, and then I'm going to cut this at 6 inches on my paper trimmer. There we go. Okay. So now we can make the bands. So I'm going to take, so this is going to be the band part. We're just going to basically roll it up, and then I'll be using a little stapler here and just staple the sides of this together. I found that stapling was better. It doesn't come undone. The glue, I was worried about it would come undone. So, and we're going to cover the staples up with the turkey. So staple that. All right, and then we take our turkey, and I'm using the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, and I'm going to put some adhesive right there on the front of the right over the staples, and then center the turkey over that and just hold it until it's dry.